Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Nick. I've been an Uber driver for the last 3 years. I've hit $2,000 in 1 week. I've done it multiple times. So I've logged over 10,000 miles at this point, just driving people from South Florida, sometimes to the northern parts of Florida. So today I want to talk to you just simply about what you should know before you go ahead and sign up for the Hertz rental car program, the Uber car program. Okay, look, I'm gonna be completely straightforward with you. Let's just cover the elephant in the room. Is the Hertz program expensive? Hell yeah. It is not a cheap program. It is not for the faint of heart. So my honest opinion, if you're not making between $1,000 and $2,000 a week, it may not be the best situation for you. Just because, I'll just go over the numbers for you. It's $334 to rent a car every week. If you get the discount, it's $298. But let's just go with $334. Okay, so if you're not making $1,000 a week, you're already looking at a good amount of the money that you potentially could make every week going towards the rental car program. So please, if you're not making that type of money, this may not be the best decision for you. I mean, unless you have other sources of income or something like that. We as Uber drivers, we do this to make money, not to lose money. So once, if you feel like you're competent, if you feel like you're ready for the challenge, at least do it for a week. The next thing that you need to know is that Hertz does allow you to use debit cards. Okay, when you rent cars, usually you want to use a credit card, but Hertz does allow you to use debit cards. Now, if you use a debit card, you have to understand, when you use the Uber Pro card, it's going to be slightly different than every other thing that you could use. If you use, let's say you use a major bank like Wells Fargo, Chase, whatever, or you use a credit card, the process is going to be very similar. Okay, so when you rent a car with Hertz, what happens is they're going to charge you up front. That's going to be the deposit. Okay, now let's say you rent the car on Monday. By the time next Monday, so these are weekly rentals, so by the time that next Monday comes around, let's say it's Saturday, you're going to see the deposit that you just put in on that previous Monday. That money is going to be back in your account. Obviously, you shouldn't spend it because that's your money. That's your deposit money. Okay, they're going to put it back into your account. So by the time that your next date rolls around, you now have to do now it's going to be authorization holds. So let's say, the first time they made you put a down payment of, $700. The next time around, it'll be an authorization hold of just about $600. Let's say, and they'll do that for the next couple weeks until your fourth week. On your fourth week, you now have to return your car, or you do what's called a rewrite. You have to come in, they're going to take your mileage, look at your car, take pictures, and then they're going to start a new contract. So they'll close out the old one. Let's say, out of the 4 weeks, let's say 334 times 4. Let's say your bill was $1,900. They're gonna ask you to pay that $1,900 on that fourth week Monday, if it makes sense. So the first Monday was the deposit, the next week was authorization hold, and then the final week will be authorization hold. Then when you come in, they're gonna say, okay, well, so far your bill is $1,900. So they're going to close out the contract. They're going to expect you to pay the amount that was on your bill, right? So the $1,900, and then they're going to say, hey, if you want to keep the car or you want to keep going, you have to put down another deposit. So again, if it was $700 that first time, you're probably going to have to put down another $700. So you got to pay the $1,800 plus the $700. This is why so many people say, oh my gosh, this is super expensive. It is, because if you're not budgeting your money right, if you don't know, if you're just not accustomed to this, it can catch you off guard. I'll be completely honest with you. My first time I seen that money back in my account, I was like, oh, I must have did something. I know, right? I must have, I must be got a bonus or something, and I spent it. Came that next Monday, and when I put down my deposit, I spent that money. And then it came back that next Monday, and it was like, oh yeah, I gotta pay this. I need this money for this authorization hold. So I had to go out there and grind. I had to figure it out. But I'm just trying to save you. If you want to do the Hertz program, just understand the process, the way it works. The next and biggest key thing is you can use debit cards. Now, that process that I just described is if you're using a debit card, a major debit card, or a major credit card. Okay, that's the process for a major debit card and a major major debit card and a major credit card. I don't know why I keep saying that over and over. Because if you use the Uber Pro card as your debit card that you want to put on file, throw that process out. Just throw it out the window, because that's not how it's going to be. So with the Uber Pro card, the way it's going to work is every deposit authorization hold is money that the bank is going to keep until the end of your contract. Okay, so let's say you put down that 700 like last time, they are going to keep that money. You will not get it back. It will not come back to your account. Then the next following week, that Monday, let's say they need an authorization hold of $600. You need another $600 in your account. Okay, and then following all the way up until the very end. Now, when they say, hey, okay, so we need the $1,900, and then we also need another $600-700. You are gonna the way that they close the contract. You may be okay with the $1,800, but you damn sure are gonna need that next deposit. So for some people, they prefer to just use the Uber Pro debit card because it's exactly what you think. It's exactly the concept. Okay, hey, it's gonna, every week a certain amount is going to come out of my account. They're going to keep it until the end of my contract, and when my contract is up, I'm good. I wipe my hands, I'm good, as long as I keep putting the money in there. Other people feel like, hey, well, it's my money, I know how to manage it. I don't want to have to worry about it until that last week. Whatever strategy works for you, that's completely up to you. But this is something that you need to know before you get into the Uber rental program, because nobody's going to tell you. And you don't want to be in a situation where you need $600-700. It's Sunday and you need $600-700 before Monday, because that's a horrible situation to be in. Because they will take the car from you. Let's just be honest. So with that being said, go ahead and hit the like button. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I'm going to start making more videos if you like this content. If you have any questions, I've been in the Uber Hertz program. I've been actually with the Avis program as well. I've been doing this for quite a while. This is now my 4th month. So let me know if I can help. Other than that, guys, have a good day.